Okay, I screenshotted a bunch of ones on my... So wait, you want to see my Reddit character? I don't even know what it's supposed to be.
How do you do that?
I don't know, you just get to like edit it. Like, if you click on your profile. Ooh, that's cool. But you get to pick all these different things. It's kind of like, it's giving Snapchat.
I was gonna say, it reminds me of like NFTs almost.
That's not good.
Are NFTs even still a thing?
I think like for like incels, yeah, but not for like normal people.
Because I honestly haven't heard of them like since they...
Well, I think the reason that people don't talk about them is because of that like Bored Ape thing that happened and all those celebrities got scammed out of like millions of dollars. But anyway, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with my best friend Christine.
Hello.
Oh wait, are you ready? Look what we have today to make this video extra special.
Oh, yeah. A microphone.
The person speaking gets to hold the microphone.
Slay.
It could also be a flashlight, honestly. It kind of looks like...
Or like
or a flashlight.
Yeah.
So...
Slay.
Whoever... Oh, it kind of echoes too. Anyway, today we are going to read some Am I the Assholes on Reddit that pertain to friendship, because we have been friends for... How long have we been friends for? 17?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, we've
It's
been
been
friends.
a while.
That makes it like, what, 7 years? And I think that gives us some qualifications to speak on the matter. Am I the asshole for asking my friend to leave my birthday party because she brought her crying baby? I, 27 female, recently threw a birthday party at my apartment. It was a pretty low-key gathering with about 10 friends. Lots of snacks, a couple drinks, and just a fun night hanging out. Everything was going fine until my friend Sarah, 28 female, showed up with her 7-month-old baby. Can you hear the echo when I talk?
A little bit.
Is it annoying?
No.
Okay. Anyway, now I love Sarah and I know she's a mom, but I wasn't expecting her to bring the baby to a party, especially since we had planned to play games, drink, and chat. The baby started crying almost immediately when they walked in, and Sarah tried to calm her down, but she was clearly struggling. At first I thought it was just a momentary thing, but the crying continued for almost an hour. Super loud and non-stop. It was hard to hear anything over the noise, and some of the other guests were getting visibly uncomfortable. I eventually pulled Sarah aside and asked her if she could maybe step outside with the baby or take a break in the other room until the baby calmed down. I explained that it was just hard to enjoy the party with the crying. She was clearly upset and told me that I should be more understanding, since she can't just leave the baby at home, and she was doing her best to keep her calm. She's doing her best, but the baby was crying for an hour. She ended up leaving shortly after, and now she's not speaking to me. I feel bad because I know being a mom is hard, but I also feel like it was my birthday and I wanted to have a good time without the crying baby. Some people think I was rude for asking her to leave, while others think I was just trying to protect the vibe of the party. Am I the asshole? I don't know any mothers. Christine knows a mother. Her best friend is a mother. So I think like kind of, but also she's a mother. She's got like big things going on that is like probably bigger than your party, and maybe she should have just left. I don't know. I think she should have just left, but maybe that's... What do you think?
I don't know.
Or...
It's hard to say because I am also not a mother, and I'm just like basing it off of like my experience with like my bestie. But like I understand that like there are times where like you can't find a babysitter, or you have no choice but to bring the baby. And a lot of the times, like, people love babies. I love babies. I love when babies show up to parties. But I can understand that if it is a environment where alcohol is involved and like people are getting drunk, then maybe not the best idea. Yeah, it's hard to say because like...
Sorry, I forgot.
Because like some
Let's read the comments then.
Okay.
Not the asshole. Her child is not your responsibility, and her inability to find childcare so she can attend an adult function is not your problem to solve. That's the only reason that I was thinking about. Like, I was just trying not to be like rude and exclude the mother, but like even just making the decision to become a mother, you're already like you're making a decision that's gonna leave you out of like a lot of things in life. You're gonna have to like give up like a part of your own freedom to care for the child. And I think this is just probably another part of that, unfortunately. Not the asshole, I'm a parent. Okay, we got a parent in the chat. YouTube. So yeah, not that we parent in the chat, like I said. I'm a parent and I wouldn't bring a baby to a party. Sometimes being a parent fucking sucks and you have to miss out on things, but it's what you signed up for. Oh, this reminded me of a story actually. When I was in elementary school, I went to like a Catholic school from like grade 1 to 4, and I my I don't even know what the fuck happened. Like we never had money growing up, but for some reason one year my mom threw me like a huge birthday party at like a rec center. Like she rented out a gym. I don't know how the fuck that happened. That was crazy. That was crazy. And all my classmates got invited. This one girl in my class, she brought her like little sister with her, and my mom was so fucking pissed off. And at the time I was like, I'm just vibing. I don't know why you're so mad. But now I get it. It's like she didn't have a lot of money to begin with, and she planned things like according to like how she thought they were gonna go. And then this person just, comes along with somebody that wasn't even invited, that nobody knows. Yeah.
Because like I know like my mom, one year she did Laser Quest for my birthday, and if like any one of my friends like invited one of their little sisters, that's another person that we would have had to pay for. So I can
Yeah, it's like this person is just saying you should have said adults only when you invited people. I agree.
Yeah.
This one's actually crazy. I put this one in here because it's fucking crazy. I read the title and then I read the top comment because I don't want to like know what it's about.
Yeah.
But like I needed to know if it was good so I could save it. And I think this one's good because the comments are like coming for this man. Am I the asshole for breaking my 12 years of friendship with my best friend after he took my wife out and advised her to be careful around me? I, 26 male, got married to my wife, 24 female, just 2 months ago. My best friend, who was a brother from another mother to me, betrayed me in ways I can't really forgive him. What he did is equivalent to having an affair with your best friend's wife, that type of shit. At least that's how I think about the situation. How about you get into it, bitch? My wife told me My wife told me a few days ago that my best friend showed up without ever even telling her and offered to take her to lunch, and he said he wanted to talk to her, and my gullible wife went out with him. Not you calling your wife gullible, that's rude.
That's wild.
I actually don't blame her for that, TBH. She was my best friend, and after being friends for so many years, it's okay for my wife to trust him. So, like, which one is it? My wife told me that my friend advised. This guy is saying advised. It's advised. So you're an idiot. My wife told me that my friend advised her to be cautious with me. He said I'm violent and get angry very easily, and I'm like a thug. If I ever mistreat her, she should run and contact him. He's not wrong. I'm violent and gets angry easily, especially when it comes to my wife and family. I basically have anger written on my face. I hate socializing on Converse. I hate Converse too. Just kidding.
Fuck Converse.
Oh my god. And I hate socializing and conversing with selected individuals. It's not like my wife doesn't know about this. She knows and she is fine with living with me. And it also doesn't mean that I'll hurt my wife and my own family, and my wife knows that. After she told me what my friend did and what he said, I called him and told him that what he did was very wrong, and I didn't expect him to say something like this to my wife. He said he just wanted to tell my wife that if she's ever in trouble, she can seek help from him or anyone else. I told him not to bullshit me. I understand what he's trying to do, and so does my wife. We aren't idiots like him. I told him that I am breaking my friendship with him and he should never get anywhere near my wife ever for his sake. He said that I shouldn't break our decade-long friendship over something like this, even our mutual friends and his siblings, saying that I'm going too far. I don't think I went too far. If I did, he would have been in trouble. But am I the asshole for cutting him off? What do you think? This guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
He's an abusive asshole.
What the fuck? So, like, what I'm getting from that is that he is a violent piece of shit. And his friend went to his wife and was like, your husband's a violent piece of shit. Be careful with him. And then he's mad that the best friend did that, but his wife is aware that he's a violent piece of shit.
Pretty much. Like, the only part about the friend that I didn't like was the whole, like, taking her out to lunch. Like, he should have just texted her, or, like, said it to her face.
That could have sufficed in, like, a phone call, or, like, said it to her face, like, at the front door or something. Like, I think that the going out for lunch was a bit odd, because that's a date. That's pretty much a date, in my eyes, at least. But, yeah, I think the guy is a piece of shit.
So the top comment says, "So you say you're violent and angry, but how dare anyone else say that?
Yeah.
Also, you totally would never hurt anyone you cared about ever, but your best friend felt compelled to warn your wife."
Yeah.
That's true. Like, friend knowing that they're, like, violent, like, what did he do?
I don't know.
But yeah, this guy's a psycho. I literally am not gonna read any more of the comments. Like, they just are all saying he's crazy.
Yeah.
Final verdict, you're the fucking asshole. You need therapy. You're
Fuck
violent. You. This one's interesting because I, like, read the title and I was like, no, you're not the asshole. But then all the comments said you're the asshole. So this one's gonna be interesting.
Oh.
Am I the asshole for not treating my friend to dinner after she helped me with an errand? My friend and I hang out pretty often, and we have a pretty casual give and take when it comes to helping each other out. See, like, that's what I feel like we have. Like, if you ask me for some help, I would help you. And if I ask you for help, I feel like you'd help me if you could, you know?
We kind of, like, what's the word I'm looking
Balance
for?
the scales.
Yeah, we balance the scales.
The equilibrium.
The equilibrium of friendship. That is what we do.
A few days ago, I needed a ride to pick up some furniture I bought online. It was a bit of a hassle since the place was about 45 minutes away, but my friend offered to help me out with her truck. She didn't ask for gas money or anything, so I really appreciated it. See, this is already different. After we picked up the furniture, I suggested we grab something to eat, and she seemed excited about the idea, but when the bill came, she was a little surprised that I didn't offer to cover her meal. I paid for my half and she paid for hers. She didn't say anything at the time, but later on, she texted me saying she felt like I should have treated her as a thank you for helping me out with the drive. Here's where it gets a little awkward. I recently had a bit of luck at the state casino and won a couple $100. I thought they were gonna say, like, 1,000 or, like, $100,000. She knows about it because I mentioned it casually in conversation earlier that day. Now she's implying that since I had some extra cash, I should have used it to pay for our meal as a nice gesture. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but now I'm wondering if I was being stingy or inconsiderate. Am I the asshole for not treating her to dinner after she helped me, even though I recently came into a little extra money? A little extra money, saying as if they got, like, their inheritance, or
like a couple $1,000s.
You got a couple $100.
That's probably gonna help pay one bill.
Yeah. Hold up. I have to reread the title. Am I the asshole for not treating my friend to dinner after she helped me? Like, I think it's a little weird that they just expected that without any sort of conversation.
Yeah. Well, and especially, too, because, like, I don't know how far this person drove. I don't know how much gas was used.
They drove 45 minutes there and 45 back.
Okay. So, that would, I guess, be equivalent to a supper. But, like, at that point, like, I would have just been like, yeah, like, if you can give me gas money, or, like, the person would have been like, oh, yeah, like, I can offer you gas money. But, like, the way that I kind of see, like, things like that, like, say, like, you give me a ride somewhere, I'd be like, oh, yeah, like, if I didn't have any money at the time, I'd be like, oh, yeah, like, I'll get you back with a ride whenever you need. Or if you pay for my supper at one point, I'd be like, oh, yeah, like, I'll pay for your supper next time. Like, it's just, I feel like there's, like, categories, I guess, to it. Yeah. But I guess if it doesn't really work out that way, then, like, I'd still, yeah, I don't know.
So you think then that it's just, like, a communication issue?
I think so.
Because, yeah, like, if I was, like, if you asked me to drive you, like, 45 minutes somewhere to pick up, like, furniture, I would be like, if I, like, obviously, like, if I didn't need gas money, I wouldn't ask for it. But, like, if I did, I would literally say that from the beginning. I would be like, yeah, I can drive you, but I don't really have a lot of gas. Can you help me out?
Yeah. And, like, I don't see an issue with that at all. That's just... Yeah.
Like, I drive, like, all the time when we hang out, just because I like driving. And Christine offers to pay for my gas sometimes, which is very nice. And she doesn't have to do that, but see, like,
Yeah,
I
like
would
it's
also
just,
do that if she drove, like, a lot, you know?
yeah, I think it's just like, yeah, it's just the communication that like it boils down to. And I feel like they kind of lack that in that situation,
Yeah.
which is probably what led to like all the little tensions. But
Anyway, let's read some of the comments, because I was shocked by them when I first read the title, but now that I know the story, it's, like, a little different. You're the asshole. You should have at least offered something. Fill up her gas tank, throw her some cash, buy a meal. She can then say no, it's all good, but you should offer. See,
yeah,
just I feel bad for your friend that had to sit with you for 45 minutes on the way back after you, like, didn't do anything for her.
yeah,
Or them. I don't even,
yeah.
there's no, like, names or genders in this.
Because even if you know that like that friend would just deny it, like it's still, I feel like it's still a good like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's still good to ask and like to offer anyways, just to show that you know
You
like,
appreciate
yeah,
them.
you
You're
appreciate
not using
them.
them.
Yeah, that you appreciate them doing what they're doing for you.
Mm-hmm. You're the asshole. Even if she didn't ask for gas money, you should offer it 1.5 hours of driving for your furniture. You definitely should have bought your friend's meal. That was even before you mentioned having one extra cash. Personally, it seems very rude. The extra cash part is so funny. Like, she did not have to say that. Holy fuck. I would apologize and get her a nice gift or extend an offer of dinner. Yes! You got, wait, do you want to hear a story? I have a shady story. So, I'm gonna say this because I don't, like, have any negative feelings towards this person, but this was very shady of them to do. But I had a friend from high school, and after high school, just like most people do with their high school friends, we just kind of fell out. She moved to, like, another city, I moved to another city. We were in literally, like, different provinces, and we just, like, kind of fell out. We still both, like, loved each other. And then she, like, moved back. Like, things in her life changed. She moved back, and I was back when she moved back already. And so she reached out to me, and then we, like, reconnected. And then we, like, our friendship was just kind of like, we would hang out like maybe once a month. And I noticed, like, after a couple times, like, I'm the only one that's trying to, like, plan, like, hangouts and stuff. Like, she was the one that added me back and, like, started the friendship up again, but she never ever once made, like, an effort to, like, hang out with me. And then one time she was moving and she asked me to help her move, and I was like, sure, like, I'm not doing anything. And then I helped her move. And literally, I'm not even kidding you, she didn't, like, offer me anything. She didn't ever, like, message me to hang out again after that. Like, absolutely fucking nothing. Crickets from her. And then, like, I think, like, somewhere between, like, 3 to 6 months later, like, it was a long time after, she texted me and she was like, hey, like, I'm finally settled in. Like, do you want to, like, come over and, like, check out the place? And I was like, wait, is she, like, trying to be my friend again? So I was like, okay, I'll come check it out. And
That
then
would
I
make me
came
so
over
mad.
for, like, 30 minutes, and we sat on her couch, and we were just talking about each other's life. And then she was like, okay, I'm gonna kick you out now, like, I have to go. And then I left, never fucking heard from her again. It was
What
so
the fuck?
stupid.
That would, yeah.
But, like,
I think you have told me that story, but like that
yeah.
irritates me so much.
Oh, that was so shady. So shady. I even, like, I made her, like, chocolate chip cookies when I came to, like, help her move. And, like, gave them to her. And, like, I don't know. I'm just like, you are shady. You are so shady. Except for she'll occasionally do this thing where she's like, hey, miss you. How are you? And I literally just respond, good. How are you? And then I not respond for like 2 days. Like, I'm just trying to make it clear that, like,
Yeah.
we are not fucking friends. Like, we are
Yeah.
friendly, but we are not friends. There's a huge difference.
Well, and that kind of thing, like, I feel like some people like genuinely value friendship, and then there's some people that have friends but just like they don't show that, like, that they value it.
Yeah,
They're
they don't
just
care.
like,
They don't make time.
yeah,
They just have friends for whenever they're free and bored.
yeah,
and
for whenever it's convenient for them. But
I
then
can't with those people.
yeah, and that's why,
That's
like,
awful.
over the years, like, because I have had friends like that where it's like it's only convenient for them, and I've like gotten to a point where I was like, I don't want to fucking be friends with someone who I'm just like kind of like floating around in the background and then you pick me up whenever, you know?
Yeah, it
Like, it's
sucks.
just not, yeah, it's not good. It's not.
I always say, like, if I have a friend that doesn't text me at least once a month, we are not friends. Like, that is just not a friendship. I don't care if you have a baby or something. You can take
Yeah.
5 minutes out of one of your days in the month to say, like, hey, how are you? How has it been?
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for being upset that my friends are maintaining friendships with my spouse who cheated? Thoughts before we read? That's shady.
That is very shady.
Anyway, I, 37 male, discovered my wife, 33 female, was having an affair with a coworker last October. Wait, okay. This was devastating to uncover. We had been together for close to 7 years, were married for around a year, and were actively trying to have a child all last year. When I confronted her about the situation, she told me she was going to stop the affair as soon as we got pregnant, but was never going to come forward about what had happened. She put the blame for her infidelity on my sobriety. I went into recovery from alcohol over a year prior to the affair, which was such an infuriating scapegoat for her behavior. She refused to take accountability for her actions and decided to blame me. It was beyond upsetting. I moved out and started rebuilding again, and by all accounts, everything is going very well. I managed to land on my feet, which feels pretty great. The only thing that continues to bother me is that many of my friends have taken the position of wanting to remain friends with both of us. I introduced my ex to my core friend group. Why do they call it a core friend group? What does that mean?
Like their main group of friends that they usually hang out with, I guess.
Damn, you're an adult and you have multiple friend groups? That's crazy. I've never heard of that. And over the course of our relationship, she had become good friends with them as well. Many of them have said they are upset by what she did, but that what happened is between the two of us and that they are going to be friends with both of us.
Okay, like I can understand it because like you built a friendship with both of them. You care about both of them, even though one of them fucked up. Like you all
Do they fuck up?
I don't know.
I've communicated many times since the split that this position is hurtful to me and that it makes me feel like they are willing to simply look past what happened as if it's acceptable in some ways. I want to move on without having her attached to my life or social circle, and it makes me feel terrible that this just doesn't seem possible given the position my friends have taken. When I communicate this, the message tends to get back to my ex, who in turn gets upset that I'm talking about her when all I'm doing is expressing feelings. It makes me want to distance myself. And then there's an edit. Since some are focusing on my sobriety, I'm just going to add that my decision to stop drinking was primarily focused on longevity. My friend group likes to party a lot, and the same was the case for my ex and I. I got to a point where, okay, that's not important at all. Okay, yeah.
I can understand like both point, like from the friends. I don't agree with cheating. If you are going to cheat, first of all, I do not like cheaters. If
Hot
you
take.
if I don't care if it's controversial. I don't care.
No, I'm saying that because it's not.
Oh, okay. I hate cheaters. Yeah, if you were gonna cheat, like, in my eyes, some people aren't always gonna be the same, or aren't always gonna think the same as me, I guess. But if you are feeling tempted by someone else, break up with the person. Leave the person you are with. Don't fucking put them through that. That is not good for you. That is not good for that person. That's not good for the other person that's involved. You are breaking 2 hearts. Probably yours too, so 3.
Yeah, and also, I don't know how old these... Oh, wait, these people are in their 30s, it said. Wait, what's the exact age? 33 and 37, so, like...
That's all. I shouldn't say that.
It's older than us, that's what we mean.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I'm like, what kind of life are we living? Like, do you guys live in a small town or something and you all party in the same place? Because that's, like, another factor. Like, I don't know.
That's kind of what it sounds like, is that, like, it's hard to kind of, for that guy to kind of get away. Yeah, it would literally, like, she would literally be haunting him.
Yeah. Because
she's all over their social media. She's hanging out with all of them. And then he's kind of, like, left there with, like, the decision of, like, do I want to go and hang out with my friends, but then have my ex, who hurt me really bad be there in the same area and then me just feeling like poop? Or would I rather just stay home and fucking probably still be sad, you know?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I 100% side with the guy, and I don't think that. Fuck cheaters. Fuck
I thought you were gonna say fuck
cheaters.
Jesus. I don't know
Actually,
why.
I can't say fuck Jesus. Like, he hasn't done much wrong. I don't think he's done anything wrong. Let's read the comments now. Those were and are not your friends. Know that and know peace. The same way you could walk away from your cheating partner, you can walk away from those fake friends. That was very poetic. That was great. Mother search. Not the asshole. I would permanently drop them. It's bad enough that she cheated, but to do it while you were trying for a baby is absolutely hideous.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
I think they've shown you who they are. How could you ever trust them or rely on them for anything? I think you'd be better off finding new friends. See, I think I'm so checked out from, like, certain Am I the Assholes that we read, because I would never have a conversation with my boyfriend about having a baby. So it's like I kind of just glossed over that part. And it's like, wait, that's actually a really important part, and she cheated.
Yeah, I forgot about that part for some reason too. Yeah, that's not okay. Huh?
Lame. Also, when I brought up like the high school comparison, yeah, no, this does not compare. Like, the ones in high school that I was talking about would be like, I was in a friend group in grade 9. All of them were sleeping with each other. All of them. There were 2 guys and 2 girls. Or there were 3 girls and 2 guys. All of them were sleeping with each other. It was crazy.
That's icky.
Yeah, and so like it would be like these 2 would get together and date, and then it wouldn't work out, and then the girl would go date his best friend, and it's like they're all hanging out together, and it's like I remember I was
That's so like,
it was so weird. It's like
why?
friendcest. It's gross.
That's like the perfect like
I know, I just thought of that.
word.
That's genius.
Friendcest.
Friendcest.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. Like, how is that not like, yeah. That's
And
weird.
obviously the
I don't
friend
like
group
that.
didn't last. Like,
Yeah. Yo.
surround yourself with more loyal people. Yeah. I want, like, oh, this one's stupid. So when I was in band, one time at band camp, I think I was in grade 6. I had a band girlfriend. It was just this girl that I was friends with, and she was like kind of obsessed with me. And so Valentine's Day was coming around, and we were dating, and it was my first time doing like Valentine's Day with a girlfriend. I think it might not have been, because I always had a girlfriend, but it was Valentine's Day, and we were like, let's get each other a gift. So I literally like asked my mom to go to like Shoppers and buy me like a Valentine's Day gift for like a girl, and obviously she did it 'cause she wanted me to be straight. So I got her like these like chocolates in like a heart thing, like you would. And I was so excited to give her my gift, and I was so excited for her to give me a gift. You wanna know what she gave me? A $5 bill! In grade 6. That's crazy work for a grade 6er. That's crazy work for a grade 6-year-old.
That's
whatever.
crazy.
Right?
Not even like a little like note that said I love you. Like,
Nothing. Do you want to do another one? One last one?
Yeah.
Okay, this one's crazy. Am I the asshole for ending a friendship because he keeps getting girls pregnant? This is like such a unique issue. What the fuck?
Whoa.
I have someone I've been friends with for almost 12 years. He's a good friend. We aren't super close anymore, but close as adults are in this economy. What the fuck does that mean? A lot of communication is online these days. You know, this economy just
It's really screwing up friendships left and right, I guess. As if you can't just go to a park for free and just hang out there.
Like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
In the past 10 years, buddy... Oh, I hate it when people use buddy as a
They're
term.
Canadian.
Or no,
such a
I feel like
Canadian
it's
thing.
either... It's a very Western thing to me, because I feel like it's either you're Canadian and you mean well with it, or you're American and it's like fighting terms. Because I've heard from a lot of American people that the word buddy is like fighting terms. But I also personally believe, like before I ever heard anyone say that, I think buddy in general is just fighting terms. Like that's really condescending.
Yeah.
It's very like, I think it's like, I don't know. I feel like when people call somebody buddy, it's like...
Unless
we're
you're like saying it in like a way that's like, oh, that's my buddy. Whereas, like, you want to go, buddy?
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I don't like either of the words just because, like, the word sounds bad to me, but,
Yeah.
like, there's definitely a difference.
That's a stupid word.
In the past 10 years, Buddy has managed to get not one, not two, but 3 girls pregnant. In the past 10 years? Like, this guy said he's constantly getting people pregnant. He keeps getting girls pregnant. He has had 2 daughters and now has a third on the way. I have reason to believe the second and third pregnancies were planned, and he has no intentions of making a long-term commitment to this partner either. So he's looking down a pipeline he thinks to... Oh, he's looking down a pipeline he thinks to hot tattooed single dad. It sounds like Jax Taylor or like or
Nick Cannon or like...
Yeah. It didn't hit me until the news of this baby. It just felt immoral. Imagine growing up with a house full of sisters and none of you have the same mothers. The first 2 completely split on the kids after he broke it off. He has full custody. Imagine growing up with a house full of sisters and none of you have the same mothers. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't really think that's a point.
Yeah. Me and all my siblings have different fathers and mothers.
Life.
Yeah, that's just how it be.
I don't know what clicked in my head, but I decided to leave the birthday party. I stayed in my peace and he said that... Wait, what birthday party?
I don't remember. This is new info.
This reminds me of one of the ones that I talked about yesterday or the other day. It was like... It was just talking about this couple. Like, the wife and the husband were having trouble. The guy couldn't get it up, and so they weren't sleeping together. And then they separated. And as soon as they separated, the guy started fucking an 18-year-old, and they're both 40.
Mm-hmm.
So fucked up. Somebody in the comments was like, you need to get you and your daughter out of there. And I reread the whole post. There was no mention of a child. There was no child. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Some of these people, if they're gonna explain a story, get the fucking facts straight or get your story in order.
So yeah. So anyway, there's a birthday party. I don't know what clicked in my head, but I decided to leave the birthday party. I stayed in my peace. Also, you know when people are like, I said my piece and now I'm gonna like leave it at that? I did not know that they were talking about the word like piece as in like broken pieces. I thought they were talking about like peace. Like I said my piece. You know what I mean? Like it says where is it? I stated my piece. So they're saying it's like they're stating their like argument. That's what they're saying. But I thought they were saying they were stating like their piece, like their piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me. Cuz like it like calling it your argument like your piece, like not piece but like puzzle piece, it feels like you're like just trying to like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like you don't have to say that. I stayed in my peace and he said that it's none of my business and it's not worth ending a long friendship over. He compared my moral argument to that of liberals on TikTok that break things off with friends and family over politics. But it's very much that serious to me. I think he's creating broken families and it's not okay. I don't want to see it anymore. I think this person is weird for like focusing on the fact that he's creating broken families. Like the problem is that he's bringing children into this world that he has no intention to care for.
Yeah.
Like broken families, what the fuck?
You can't have a broken family if there's no family there to begin with. But like I agree in the sense that like why if I knew someone that was like going around getting a bunch of different girls pregnant, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
yeah,
and like if they were like actively like being in these children's lives, then like I guess, but like
then you can't say anything really.
Yeah, like I can't, it's not really my business anyways to say anything. Like I will like be like, hey, you know, like if I was that person's friend, I'd be like, you know, I'm concerned about what's going on. Like, do you want to talk about it or whatever? But like, you can't, at the end of the day, you can't tell someone what to do, I guess. But
what I would do is just make my stance clear and like, I would never be friends with somebody who's like, cause like to impregnate someone and you know, like have them go through with the pregnancy and give birth and have no intention of supporting that child, like that's fucking evil. That's like you're neglecting your child before it's even born. But anyway, look at these comments. This person commented something so disgusting. replying to this comment saying, honestly, I think more people should be calling out friends for such behavior. If it doesn't fit your morals, you have the ability to walk away from any relationship, which is exactly what I just explained. Like, I would just never be friends with someone like this. But this dumb fucking bitch commented, Jacob Harris, 40, you're the asshole. Ask yourself questions. Is he giving birth or are the women giving birth? Their body, their choice. See, that's the other thing too. Men have it so easy. There's no part of like sexual intercourse other than condoms that men have to pay for in any way, physically or financially. But women, there's so many ways.
Yeah.
They have to pay for it with their bodies. They have to pay for it with all these tests that they have to pay for and go through and shit. Like, you should not be making an argument like that.
Yeah.
That's so fucking stupid. Well, he got one thing right. He compared my moral argument to that of liberals on TikTok that break things off with friends and family over politics. Yeah, like, that was just a good point. These people are stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. Wait, this comment is so good. I love it when I'm on the same page with, like, people who are asking, like, the unimportant questions, but close are as adults are in this economy. What is the meaning of this?
Wait, what?
that one sentence that I was like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, I'm still, yeah.
Okay, and then someone said, I took it as we're all working so hard just to survive right now that it's hard to find time to spend with friends in person. Okay, I get that. But also I don't relate because I just, like, am a very high energy person. If I had, like, 3 jobs, I would still find time for all my friends.
Yeah, well, and that's, like, the same, like, I'm literally in a situation right now with school where I am so busy during the week that I don't have time to leave the house.
And she has a job.
And I have a job. And we're still in this car making a fucking YouTube video.
Blessed be thy Daniel.
Mm-hmm. Like, it takes a sliver of effort.
Yeah. And also, you don't have to do things that are, like, high energy or expensive with your friends. This is free.
Yeah, this is free.
I paid $3 for this drink.
Yeah. Like,
and $2 for this microphone. But that was a choice.
Mm-hmm. And friendship is priceless.
You sounded like Donald Trump.
I can't redo it now. And friendship is...
Now you just sound old, like you're
friendship
dying.
is priceless.
Okay, wait. This is taking such a turn. I feel like there's more to the story that we're not seeing because people are saying, like, they're asking for info, asking if he's a bad father because apparently he supports the children and the mothers were the ones that abandoned the children. So people are saying that OP is mad at him for impregnating a bunch of women, not for, like, getting women pregnant and then ditching the children. So it sounds like he's supporting the children. I think this one...
There's some messiness going on there.
There's some big holes in this. But yeah, he literally made a comment about liberals on TikTok, and he's in his, 30s? So I think that tells you all you need to know about him. He's embarrassing. Okay, we'll do one more just in case some of the other ones weren't really good. Am I the asshole for freaking out at my friends after they implied my husband was a predator? Dun dun dun. I don't even know what this one could entail.
It depends if the husband was a predator.
Exactly. I, 27 female, and my husband, 29 male, have been together 10 years and married for 6. Wait, they met when Jeremy and I met, 17 and 29. Or 17 and 19.
Wait. I was like, what?
He's the love of my life. When we got together, he moved in with me and my family because I lived with my parents at the time in a very expensive city. I have 3 younger siblings, 16 female, 14 male, and 12 female. For all their 14th birthdays, okay, so there is a birthday this time. I've always said I would take them on a trip. We took my sister on a trip for her 14th birthday, and now at the end of this month, we are taking my little brother. My husband and my brother get along better than anyone else. Neither of them have a brother. My husband has a sister, and my brother is the only boy out of 6 of us. So they gravitate towards each other, and it's incredibly sweet to see. It's like they were meant to be brothers. Last night, I was hanging out with a few of my friends, and I was talking about how we were planning on taking my brother on a trip. And I joked about how I would be third wheeling the entire time because they get along so well. A few of my friends laughed, but one of them gave me a weird look. She said that sounded really weird and inappropriate if my husband is giving my younger brother more attention than me. I said no, it wasn't like that at all. They just get along well and it was a joke. That was a bad joke, but it was clearly a joke.
Yeah.
Like, that was just a stupid joke. Said friend then said it was inappropriate that my almost 30 husband is so close with my brother who is a minor, and said she wouldn't be surprised if it was like a grooming situation and I'm blind to it. This friend is like crazy coming out of the gates, unless they have something to like be saying this that we don't know. I freaked the fuck out, not gonna lie. I yelled at her, how dare she imply anything like that about my husband who she has met and gets along with. And she's the pervert if she thinks my husband, who was the only boy, bonding with my younger brother, who is the only boy, is inappropriate. I left then and went home, and since then the group chat has been blowing up with people taking sides, either agreeing that it is kind of weird and others saying she was way out of line and needs to get over herself. Okay, this is so funny because like if I was involved in this, like if I was one of the friends, you would not see me in that group chat. I would not be responding. I would be like, you guys figure it out. Like, I haven't told my husband because I don't want him to feel weird, but I'm starting to feel bad about how I handled it and thinking I overreacted and should have just left. Am I the asshole? Oh, what do you think? I don't think they're the asshole. I think it's weird that the friend,
Yeah.
unless there's like information we don't know about, like this person is fucking crazy. And this top comment says, not the asshole. My mom always said my dad married her for her brothers. She had 5 younger siblings and dad treated them all like siblings. But
Yeah, it's... I personally don't see it as weird because, like, my brother and my youngest nephews are close. And that's not, like, a weird thing at all.
Yeah, like, as long as you're not Tom Brady kissing.
Are those falcons up there? Are they crows?
Are you falcons? I think that's a chicken.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Not the asshole, not the asshole. People throw out the word predator and grooming way too easily these days. Do they? Okay, anyway. I hope you enjoyed our video.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for filming a video with me. It was fun. Hopefully we get to do it again. You guys better give me like 10,000 likes if you want to see Christine again. Just kidding, that's never gonna happen.
Better drop a, what do they call it? What did they say? Drop a like.
Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Even if you're sending it into a group chat where you talk shit about us, we don't care. It just gives us more views.
Even if you send it to outer space.
Yeah.
Do something!
I would love it if aliens watched our YouTube.
That'd be really cool.
But I hope you enjoyed this installment of Am I the Asshole Friendship Edition. I think we did a couple other ones too that were really about friendship. I guess they all kind of entailed friends.
Yeah.
Like they all had friends involved. But yeah, if you guys want to see Christine again, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Somewhere down here. I don't know how it works. I think it's like right here or somewhere. Press the one that's going up, not down.
Just press the button. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Slay.
I'm a YouTuber now. I've actually been a YouTuber before. Do you remember when I was a YouTuber in high school?
Very vaguely. Yeah. I don't really have a lot of like memory from high school.
Me neither. But I had to take those videos down because like there was this one clip. They were like 10 seconds apart from each other. There was this one clip where like I showed a video of in front of my grandma's house and you could like see her address. And then like 10 seconds later there's another clip of me like driving away and you can see like the street sign, so somebody could just like know exactly where my grandma lives. So I was like, yeah, I have to take these down. But I love them. I wish I saved them. I don't know why I didn't save them. Anyway, we've been trying to do an outro for like 20 minutes.
I feel like we just need to like Irish goodbye and just be like, bye.
Okay.